Welcome back to Sin's Gaming Channel, and today I'm gonna quickly talk about Blitzkrieg 3, which is or was, depending on the time you watch this video, free to play on Steam for the weekend from July 20 to 24. I guess it's to Monday. And yes, and so first of all, I really loved the first two Blitzkriegs way back in 2000 something. The Blitzkrieg 2 was in 2005. So it has been 12 years since, I think it's Nivel Studios or something like that, basically had the time to make Blitzkrieg 3. I don't know what they did in between, but I guess they did not just do this. I really hope so. So anyway, so I played Blitzkrieg 3, or tried to play and played. The first day was plagued with crashes, with slow servers, with response times and everything, because everything is online. So even the single player missions, you play online. So whenever the servers lag, your game will lag. So there is rubber banding and units just not responding because somewhere the server crashed or something, and that's actually happened as well. So they took down the servers for maintenance the first day of the free trial, and well, they took down the servers for a couple hours and then brought it back with the mention that they told me that they added new servers to Europe to make it less laggy. And after the maintenance, after this is done, people couldn't log in at all because apparently the servers crashed or something, and they had to replace servers. So I don't know exactly. They added servers and then some crashed and whatever. And so basically the first day was unplayable. And even when you were able to play, you had a pretty big chance of crashing. And also there is some people, I for example have an issue that I cannot play anything with the Germans. You have three factions in the game: the Soviets, the Allies, who for some weird reason have the American flag, even though you play mainly the Brits, especially in the beginning of the game, obviously. And then you have the Germans. So the Germans, they have like an intro mission, I guess, for each of the factions. And the Germans have Poland, of course. This whole German soldiers disguised as Polish soldiers coming into Germany and sabotaging something, whatever, which then gave Hitler the so-called reason to attack Poland, as to not be the aggressor in this war. So anyway, I had to do this mission. Like I did it at least 6 or 7 times in total, including 4 times I think where I crashed with different kind of crash. Just the mission didn't finish, the mission just stopped, or the mission finished but didn't count as finished. And yeah, so basically now when I try to continue the game, I cannot because somewhere something bugged out, and yeah, I can't select any unit. The way this works is that when you finish a mission, any kind of mission, you get a reward. You get units as a reward, which you then can use later in the later missions. You have I think you have an infinite number of side missions that you can repeat and repeat to regain units should you have a shortage of units, of course. But this works fine with the Allies and the Soviets, which are basically allies anyway. But anyway, so this with the Germans didn't work. And basically now all I can do is repeat the same mission again and again, but I never get a reward, so I never have any units to actually progress any further. I didn't get any answers from the developer so far, so I guess I'm stuck with this because there's no way I'm gonna buy this game. And seeing as the weekend is over after tomorrow, I don't think they will fix it in the day and whatever. So that's about that. So now back to the game. Now I played only the single player because I'm not interested in multiplayer skirmishes right now. Maybe I try after they do this video some skirmish to see and try to play against their big advertised Boris, the what was it again? Neural connected AI or whatever it's called. Apparently they have an AI that learns from the player, that doesn't cheat and whatever. And yeah, let's just put it this way. I have some huge, huge reservations about this. I'm I don't think that the AI either it does cheat. I'm not sure. Again, I haven't played it yet, so I cannot. It's just my guessing. I will try it out, and I will tell you if I was wrong. But I don't think the AI will be anything worth mentioning to any more than average player, I guess. If you cannot play, if you're stupid at games, then sorry, not to insult anyone, but a lot of people they just play games casually. They don't really care. They don't try to get any deeper into games. They just play to have fun. They play it on easy, for example. And for those guys, I don't think there is much AI needed anyway. But as soon as you get any further in this, and you know this from my other videos, I like to play the games in most difficult, like legendary, hard, or whatever. And I usually don't let go of a game that has my interest sparked until I beat the game in that difficulty. Even if it takes some time and I have to go back and forth, back and back again, I will eventually do it. And yeah, so I really have my doubts that this AI will be any kind of challenge to someone like me or any other player that that plays game for more than just casual entertaining. So yeah, that's about that. So now for the single player, I can say I'm really disappointed. So without no exaggeration here, the missions they go from like 3 to 6, 7, 8 minutes. I mean, if the longest mission is maybe 10, the longest game is like 10 minutes tops. Most missions are done in 3 to 5 minutes. You basically just to use the internet kind of termination, you just ruffle stomp the enemy. Seriously, it's just select your units, click attack in the direction you want, and it's basically all you need to do. Now, of course, you can tell me, yes, it's big. Maybe I'm not far enough in the game, and that's maybe true, but I don't think that the missions at the beginning should all be that short and easy. Uh, if the missions later get long, I don't mind easy missions at the beginning, but don't make them 5 minutes short. It's like it's that's the part of the game that makes you sell the game. Just for example, if you buy it on Steam, in Steam you have a 2 hours refund policy. That means you can play up to 2 hours and you still can ask for a refund, no question asked. So now imagine I buy this game, say yeah, I buy the game. It's on Steam, why not? I play the game and in 2 hours I'm done with like 20 missions or something. 20 missions times 500 minutes, you have 20 minutes to spare. And seriously, it takes 5 minutes for most missions, so that's quite possible. So even you can do 15 missions maybe and have some downtime or whatever. And then after 15 missions, like, that's it? Because I did already like with the Allies and the Soviets combined and the Germans, I did at least 10 missions, I guess. At least 10 missions. So, and there was no challenge whatsoever. Again, no challenge whatsoever. So now for me, as a player who likes a challenge, I was, is there anything else? Because I played for an hour, 2 hours, and there was no raise in difficulty, there was no challenge, there was no change. The game was easy as it can get. And now I'm at the point of like, okay, let's see, I have a 1 hour 45 played on the Steam. So what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to ask for a refund because, quite honestly, the game is no challenge to me. So why would I bother? So yeah, that's really sad. Then the next point is that there again, like I mentioned before, this whole always online. Now, and the problem with this is that the game, even on Wikipedia, it's still called a massively multiplayer online action. No, not action, or just RTS. I think an MMORTS or some kind of something like this, which is, I don't think it had ever worked or has ever worked anywhere. It's stupendously stupid. It also the game, you can really see that it was meant to be free to play, which it has been for the longest of time, and they only changed it recently to buy to pay. That's You can see this because of the in-game. You have normal, rare, unique, and legendary units. So it's like you're like really looking for, hey, where are the loot boxes? But again, it's basically you play a mission, you get loot, you get rewards, you get loot, whatever you want to call it, and then use this for the other missions. And I don't know exactly if there is actually a cash shop in the game, but I wouldn't take it away from them to at once I want to just say, yeah, here's a cash shop. You can buy your item. You can buy your units now. I would not take it away. So yeah, anyway, the whole game really screams free to play, and also the other thing that I think it's just worth mentioning. It's not my main concern with the game, but still, the game looks like it's been out. It has been released in like 2007 instead of 2017. It looks like a game from 2007. The graphics are what I would consider subpar. Considering how much time they spent with this game, you'd think that they would at least have made it a little bit prettier. Now again, I'm not one to judge a game by its graphics, far from it, but usually the problem is that you have a lot of games, especially if they come from EA or Ubisoft or whatever, or Activision. They're either very focused on graphics, because you can say what you want about games like the Mass Effect Andromeda or Battlefield 1 or Star Wars Battlefront and all these games from EA. They whatever you want to judge them by, the graphics is something you cannot judge them by. They are beautiful games. For example, EA with its Frostbite engine, they make the most beautiful games that run like really good. I mean, Battlefield and Star Wars and all that, everything else put aside, they look and run perfect. At least that's my experience. Now, but on the other side, what they have in the graphics department, they utterly lack in the gameplay department or the content. So, for example, Battlefield 1 has to be the most boring Battlefield ever. I mean, I played hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of Battlefield on all the different Battlefields, maybe thousands even. And this one is the one that I gave up the quickest, and the one I didn't buy any DLCs or season pass or whatever, and I don't see me doing so. It's just bored the shit out of me. Then we have Star Wars Battlefront, which has been known to, again, disappoint people because there was lack of content. But anyway, to come back, so you have this others published, the developers publishers who really go all out on the graphics department, but then lack the gameplay. Then you have the others who rather go the gameplay way and do less graphics. And those are the games you usually want to play for longer. I mean, let's take it with just an example. For example, you have a lot of indie games which do not have the budget or the personnel, which is kind of linked together, to spend a lot of time and money and manpower into fancy graphics. So they're more focused on their gameplay and then add graphics assets later on if they can or if they can't. But it doesn't matter. I mean, you have the games like Factorio, where they keep adding new assets, graphical assets, over time, and it's really working. And you have a lot of these games that have they have lower budget for graphics, but they look good. They just do not look Frostbite engine good. Now with Blitzkrieg 3, the problem is that they have neither. in my opinion, they have neither gameplay nor graphics. They have no almost the everything again. Everything screams free to play, even browser game. Seriously, the game it feels like it could run on a browser, and you would do it like 5 minutes. Let's. It's like this kind of game, like Clash of Clans kind of game. Yeah, 5 minutes. I mean, I'm not kidding here. In the game, you actually have a base assault game mode, which means that you can assault bases from other places. Other places can you assault your base, a base that is prefixed. You cannot build it or anything. It's there, and you get some units to defend it and whatever. So basically, it's like a real Clash of Clans slash whatever other browser games there are, where you can all these copy paste browser games that you can you have to attack other cities, other towns, whatever. Like I move in, kill you, and then I get resources, and then whatever. It's I guess that's the MMO part of this. But again, the bases you cannot build them, you cannot change them. You can only change their place. So basically, you get another random layout, and you have I think it's a week. Yes, a week of downtime, which prevents you to change it to another place. So every 7 days you can click a button, so your base moves to another place. So you have another map, but you cannot build the base. You cannot anything. All you can do is select a couple units that you want to defend the base with, as far as I've seen, and yeah, that's about it. So yeah, I'm gonna sum this up now because basically it's going already too long. So on Steam, I got couple returns from the developers on when I was asking questions on the forum. And everything, I always keep like, yes, we know we have issues, we're working on it, and we'll fix it, and whatever. And yeah, not much has been done. And again, you don't. Why? This is a game that's on sale already on Steam. You can buy it on Steam. It's not an early access, and now they make a free weekend. And I wonder because why would you make a free weekend for a game that is so buggy? Again, crash in the first missions and everything. It's just really, I don't know what to say. All I can say is don't buy this game. Seriously, don't buy it. It's a waste of money. You will not be satisfied. It's a game just for at best a game for casual players. There is no depth, no challenge, and nothing in it. It's basically sorry to say, it's not what you want. I'm now looking forward to Sunstrike 3. I don't know, sounds like 4, 5, I don't know. To see how that works out. I'm not saying anything for or against it because I haven't played it yet. But it's the next RTS that jumps to mind that plays in this RTS channel because we don't have a large channel RTS. So yeah, that's about for me about Blitzkrieg 3. In the background, you've probably seen like 4 missions or 5 missions going through. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody, and I see you next time. Goodbye.
На связи. Долго не продержимся. Да, командир. Засунь.
Не пробить гадину!
Не подведем. Враг не прошибет. Есть.
Получены очки подкреплений.
Гарнизон города ослаблен. Необходимо воспользоваться ситуацией и выбить немцев из города.
В городе сосредоточена только немецкая пехота и несколько орудий. Самое время начать атаку.
Задача выполнена. Новая задача. Разведчик готов к вылету.
Какой будет приказ? Выполняю.
Скорее бы победа.
Накрыли пехоту. К бою готов.
Артиллерийский обстрел готов. Мы теряем бойцов.
Танкисты на связи. Делай. Добро.
Штурмовик готов к вылету. Задача выполнена.
Хорошая работа! Город захвачен!
Der zweite Trupp ist per Funk erreichbar. Sind in der Nähe der Kaserne. Wir treffen uns bei der angegebenen Position.
Jawohl.
Die Grenzschützer haben sich in der Kaserne verschanzt und sind kampfbereit. Wir müssen sie alle eliminieren.
Aber das sind unsere eigenen Leute.
Dieser Befehl kommt von ganz oben. Vorwärts!
Jawohl.
Unsere Einheiten werden beschossen.
Und noch einer. Befehl wird ausgeführt.
Auftrag erfüllt.
Kaserne gesichert. Hervorragend.
Jawohl.
Unsere MG-Schützen kommen genau richtig. Damit machen wir die Infanterie platt.
Unsere Einheiten werden beschossen.
Die Grenzposten haben Alarm geschlagen. Sie werden bald hier sein. Bereit machen zur Abwehr.
Neuer Auftrag.
einer.
Unsere Einheiten werden beschossen.
Ihr Angriff ist gescheitert. Jetzt müssen wir rasch handeln.
Noch einer.
Schnell, zum Sender.
Auftrag erfüllt.
Das
Neuer
sieht nicht gut.
Auftrag.
Alles klar. Ich brauche einen Sanitäter. Kommandant? Ich fühle meine Beine. Sieht nicht gut aus. Bestätigt.
Ein Panzerwagen! Rückzug! Unsere Handgranaten werden nichts ausrichten!
Unser Infanterietrupp wurde vernichtet.
Ich habe das Signal gegeben. Hilfe ist unterwegs. Es wird nicht lange dauern.
Bleib, wo du bist. Bereit. Kommandant?
Hier ist unsere Verstärkung. Geben wir ihr Deckung. Bravo! Die haben wir wie mit einem Büchsenöffner aufgeschnitten. Jetzt können wir den Sender besetzen.
Unsere Einheiten werden beschossen.
Genau. Ihre Befehle? Ich brauche einen Sanitäter. Befehl wird ausgeführt.
Auftrag erfüllt.
Schnell, schnell! Beginnt mit der Übertragung!
Bürger Polens! Nach vielen Jahren der Demütigung sind wir nun endlich bereit, uns das zurückzunehmen, was uns rechtmäßig gehört. Es ist Zeit für den Krieg gegen Deutschland. Zeit, die Deutschen für unser Leid büßen zu lassen. Sie sollen mit ihrem Blut bezahlen.
Wir sind hier fertig. Und jetzt aufsetzen. Zeit abzuhauen. Auftrag erledigt, Herr Obersturmführer.
Hervorragende Arbeit. Feuer! Dieses Geheimnis werden Sie mit ins Grab nehmen.
Neuer Auftrag.
Vom Führungsstab wurde entschieden, Ihnen einen Reservebestand an Angriffstruppen zuzuteilen. Fordern Sie Verstärkung an und sie wird innerhalb kürzester Zeit eintreffen.
Anforderungspunkte erhalten. Verstärkung ist auf dem Weg. Verstärkung ist eingetroffen.
Kommandeur, der Panzer IV bildet das Rückgrat des Angriffstrupps. Versuchen Sie, ihn nicht zu verlieren. Stimmen Sie Ihre Aktionen mit den verbündeten Streitkräften ab. Die Verstärkung ist in Ihre Richtung ausgerückt. Sie wird Sie bald erreichen. Wir müssen die polnischen Verteidigungslinien durchbrechen, damit die Heeresgruppe Nord das Stadtzentrum einnehmen kann. Währenddessen greift die Heeresgruppe Nord die Munitions- und Treibstofflager an, um die Versorgungslinie der Polen abzuschneiden.
Auftrag erfüllt. Neuer Auftrag. Verstärkung ist auf dem Weg.
Bestätigt.
Zeit, Rache für die Ermordung unserer Kameraden zu nehmen. Angriff!
Auftrag erfüllt.
Die erste Verteidigungslinie der Polen wurde durchbrochen. Die Polen fliehen!
Neuer Auftrag.
Unterwegs.
Anforderungspunkte erhalten.
Das Oberkommando hat Ihnen einen Bomber für die Vernichtung strategischer Ziele bereitgestellt.
Keine Chance, da durchzuschießen.
Befehle?
Keine Chance, da durchzuschießen.
Meldung des Bomberpiloten. Begebe mich zum Zielgebiet. Meldung des Bomberpiloten. Überfliege das Ziel.
Unterwegs.
Weg vom Fenster.
Das Munitionslager fliegt gleich in die Luft.
Da sollen wir durchschießen?
Auftrag erfüllt. Anforderungspunkte erhalten.
Schauen wir den ganzen Rauch an.
Neuer Auftrag.
Die Panzerabwehrkanonen wurden vernichtet. Die Polen ziehen sich zurück. Die Straße zu den Depots und zum Stadtzentrum ist jetzt frei.
Das war ein Riesenknall. Den muss man bis Warschau gehört haben. Die Haubitzen sind auf die Stadt ausgerichtet und feuerbereit, Herr Kommandeur. Wir erwarten Ihre weiteren Anweisungen. Vor den Lagern stehen polnische Panzer ohne Besatzung. Das ist unsere Chance, uns heranzuschleichen und sie zu erobern.
Infanterie eliminiert.
Unsere Einheiten werden beschossen. Unser Panzer wurde zerstört.
Aha.
Infanterie eliminiert.
Aha.
Den zerreißt.
Unterwegs.
Schauen wir den ganzen Rauch an.
Wir sind unterwegs.
Kommandeur, unsere Soldaten haben ein paar polnische Panzer erobert. Sie können zwar nicht mit unseren mithalten, aber schaden werden sie uns auch nicht.
Die Angriffsstreitkräfte stehen jetzt unter Ihrem Befehl. Der Weg ins Stadtzentrum ist frei. Wir müssen nur noch die Umgebung sichern und unsere Flagge auf dem Marktplatz sehen.
Meldung.
Бою готов. Так точно?
Да. Живо.
Получены очки подкреплений. Задача выполнена.
Танкисты на связи.
Вызвано подкрепление.
Десантные самолеты готовы к вылету.
Подкрепление прибыло. Наши войска атакованы.
Маневр готов. Так точно?
Раб вы днёхи.
Бомбардировщик готов к вылету.
Машина на связи. Уже едет.
На связи.
Добро.
Наши войска атакованы.
Разве ту броню пробьет? Шофера слушай. Разве ту броню пробьет?
Бою готов.
Известное дело.
Получены очки подкреплений.
На связи.
Наши войска атакованы. Вызвано подкрепление.
Не пробить гадину.
Подкрепление прибыло.
Автобат.
Наш танк уничтожен.
Так вам и надо, сволочь.
Наши войска атакованы.
Маневру готов. Не подведем. Броню не пробить.
Наши войска атакованы. Наш танк уничтожен. Получены очки подкреплений. Наши войска атакованы.
Маневру готов.
Разве ту броню пробьет? Машина на связи. Уже едем.
Наши войска атакованы.
Есть, положили.
Получены очки подкреплений.
Так вам и надо, сволочь.
Наши войска атакованы.
Не пробить гадину.
Отбили место.
А вот не думали, что так выйдет.
Наши войска атакованы. Получены очки подкреплений.
Так вам и надо, сволочь.
Наши войска атакованы.
Жду приказа. Занимаю позицию.
Получены очки подкреплений. Наши войска атакованы. Наш танк уничтожен. Мы теряем бойцов. Наши войска атакованы. Наш танк уничтожен.
Советские войска отступили и начали перегруппировку для обороны Ленинграда. Вы хорошо послужили своей